Dun 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 dun. So let's talk about the first film that introduced us to the heroic Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is celebrating its 40th anniversary today. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1981 action-adventure flick Raiders of the Lost Ark, released by Paramount and produced by Lucasfilm Limited, directed by Steven Spielberg, based on a story by Lucas and Philip Kaufman, written by with the script written by Lawrence Kasdan. The film stars Harrison Ford after he had recently appeared in the first two installments of George Lucas's Star Wars franchise as Han Solo, as the globe-trotting archaeologist Indiana Jones, along with Karen Allen, Paul Freeman, Ronald Lacey, John Rhys Davies, and Denholm Elliott. Anyway, this is the first installment of the Indiana Jones series. In the film, Indy is vying with Nazi German forces in 1936 to recover the long-lost Ark of the Covenant, a relic said to make an army invincible. And he teams up with his tough former lover, Marion Ravenwood, as they try to stop rival archaeologist Dr. Rene Belloc from guiding the Nazis to the Ark and its power. This film would eventually become a big hit. So, let's get into the story. In 1936, American archaeologist Indiana Jones recovers a golden idol from a booby-trapped Peruvian temple. However, rival archaeologist Rene Belloc, corners him and steals the idol. And Jones escapes in a waiting seaplane. Now that intro scene is definitely a classic. I really do enjoy watching that scene. That's probably one of the many great, moments we could get in Indiana Jones. The franchise anyway. After returning to America, Jones is briefed by two Army intelligence agents that Nazi German forces are excavating at Tanis, and one of their telegrams mentions Jones's old mentor Abner Ravenwood. Jones deduces that the Nazis seek the Ark of the Covenant, which Adolf Hitler believes will make their army invincible. The agents recruit Jones to recover the Ark first. At a bar in Nepal, Jones reunites with Ravenwood's daughter Marion, with whom Jones once had an illicit relationship, and learns Ravenwood is dead. The bar is set ablaze during a scuffle with Gestapo and agent Arnold Todt, who arrives to take a medallion from Marion. Todt attempts to recover the medallion from the flames, but only burns its image into his hand. Jones and Marion take the medallion and escape together. They travel to Cairo, where they meet Jones's friend Salah, who reveals Belloc is assisting the Nazis, and they have fashioned an incomplete replica medallion from the burns on Todt's hand. Nazi soldiers and mercenaries attack Jones, and Marion is seemingly killed, leaving Jones despondent. And Imam deciphers the medallion for Jones, revealing one side bears a warning against disturbing the Ark, and the other the correct measurements for the Staff of Ra. And I am used to locate the Ark. Jones and Salah realize Nazis are digging in the wrong location and infiltrate the Nazi dig site. They use the medallion and the correct staff of Ra to locate the Well of Souls, the Ark's resting place. They recover the Ark, a golden, intricately decorated chest, but are discovered by Belloc and the Nazis, who seize the Ark and seal Jones and Marion, who has been held captive by Belloc inside the well. And the pair escape through an opening while trying to avoid a pit of snakes, which, of course, that's the one thing I know that Indy's afraid of. You know, yeah, brave adventure like him be afraid of snakes. Yeah, I'm sure you get the point. Anyway, they make an escape and flee with a truck carrying the Ark. After they manage to stop a tough guy while trying to make an attempt to, take a plane. Alongside Marion, Jones arranges to transport the Ark to London aboard a tramp steamer. And now for the final act and ending. You know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid any spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, continue on. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. A Nazi U-boat intercepts the steamer and seizes the Ark and Marion. Jones covertly boards the U-boat, and the vessel travels to an island in the Aegean Sea, where Belloc intends to test the power of the Ark before presenting it to Hitler. En route, Jones ambushes the Nazi group and threatens to destroy the Ark, but is forced to surrender after Belloc deduces he would never destroy something historically significant and also wants to know if the Ark's power is real. The Nazis restrain Jones and Marion at the testing site as Belloc ceremonially opens the Ark but finds only sand inside. At Jones's instruction, he and Marion close their eyes to avoid looking at the open Ark as it releases spirits, flames, and bolts of energy that kill Belloc, Todd, and the assembled Nazis before sealing itself shut. Indy and Marion open their eyes to find the area cleared of bodies and their bindings removed. Back in Washington, D.C., the United States government rewards Jones and Marcus Brody for securing the Ark. Despite Jones's insistence, the agents state only that the Ark has been moved to an undisclosed location for study by top men. And in the end, in a large warehouse, the Ark is crated up and stored among countless other crates. End of story. So, what did I think of Raiders of the Lost Ark? I gotta say, it was just so awesome. I've seen it a few times. It's my favorite movie of 1981. Anyway, apparently the film did so well as it went on to make, almost 400 million worldwide. It made 389 million overall, and became the top grossing film of 1981. It originally made 330 originally, but it soon probably made more after re-releases and what have you. Anyway, it became another big hit for Mr. George Lucas's Lucasfilm Limited after the first 2 Star Wars movies. It would go on to be a big success for Paramount, as they would also give 3 more sequels, and there's actually a 5th one that's scheduled for release next year. And which I do believe Harrison Ford, despite he's kind of getting old, sorry if I brought that up, will return as Indy. So we'll hope for the best. Even so, I really enjoy the performances we got. Harrison Ford, of course, aside from playing Han Solo in the Star Wars franchise, was exceptionally good as Indy. And Karen Allen playing Marion Ravenwood, yeah, I gotta say, she's kind of a tough one. I tell you what, a much more tougher one than what we got in the form of Willie in the next movie, which served as a prequel to this. That would be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Reviews coming up, next week. Paul Freeman playing Belloc, real good. Ronald Lacey plays Todd, and John Rhys Davies plays Salah. Denholm Elliott plays Marcus Brody. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta say, this was a very good movie with good action, great characters, and of course a great score done by Mr. John Williams, who of course also did music for Star Wars, and he more recently did the music for the original Superman, which of course the sequel got released in the US that same year, after it was released internationally the previous year. Anyway, Indiana Jones has just become a big household name throughout the 80s. Yep. Anyway, but there would be lots of other things of Indies. It'd be video games, comic books, novels, theme park attractions, and even a television series called Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. But anyway, with good action and good characters, music by John Williams, and all that jazz, would I recommend Raiders of the Lost Ark? Hell yeah! This is a film you must watch. I know you'll enjoy it. You can find it on physical media. You can also find it on Paramount Plus, just in case. But even so, I really did enjoy the film. It was just so incredible. I mean, most of the Indiana Jones films are more a hit than miss, you know. I mean, the last one, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, was kind of a 50-50 in my opinion, but I'll give it a rewatch. I'm not going to be watching the others, though, but hey, I have more good nostalgia for Temple of Doom. And the third movie, Last Crusade, is good, since I've seen it a few times, not as much as this or the first or the second one, but anyway, you'll still get reviews of the rest of the Indiana Jones series later on, well, next week. Of course, I will get back to the summer of 007 as well. But anyway, what are your thoughts on Raiders of the Lost Ark? Please tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I will finally give you the first of my latest spoiler-free reviews, as I'll soon give my spoiler-free review for Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, and then I'll be following up with In the Heights. Stay tuned for those. Those will be coming up tomorrow. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other movies. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the original Star Wars. The upper right-hand corner is my review of another film that Spielberg worked on. Well, film he worked with Robert Zemeckis in directing it. Back to the Future. Or if you just want something else, you can go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of the first James Bond movie, Dr. No, starring Sean Connery, who of course played Indy Dad in Last Crusade. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.